Tales of Arise was really surprising for me. After my review of Astria Ascending last week, I wasn't quite sure if this year would yield any RPGs I would actually consider some of my favorites, and I'm honestly glad I was proven wrong. This is my first game in the Tales of series. I'm not particularly sure if there's any overarching story between all the games, but as a standalone game, I think this works perfectly. Some of you haven't played the game, or maybe haven't made it to the end yet, so I'll keep from spoiling anything. But the story, while kind of expected, takes the standard character archetypes they have as your team and fleshes them out more than I've seen from any RPG I've played this last year. The world they built in-game was astounding, I gotta be honest. It felt very similar to Dragon Quest XI in terms of the scope as a whole, where it truly felt like a great adventure to me. Collecting the owls and going to the owl forest became a 5-hour exception for me, and I'm not even joking. I swear, like, out of the probably 30 or 40 hours of gameplay I have, 5 of that, at least 5 to 10 of that was collecting owls. And the list of accessories that you could search out just gave me a reason to give all of my character wolf ears. I don't know why, I thought it was cute, and I felt like it worked for the person I am. I'm not ashamed. You are. Don't judge me. I thought it was hilarious, I'll be honest. But all things together really made the world one of my favorites to just walk around in, even if it took longer to get to the objective. Combat system made the game even more immersive. I love the fact that you could quite literally pick and choose your battles for the most part. One of my biggest pet peeves in RPGs is random encounters. And while that is mostly in the past for most games, I'm very happy that it's not here. The battle style itself really reminds me of Kingdom Hearts, which is no complaint of mine. I actually like the Kingdom Hearts action RPG oriented style. I had a lot of dumb fun while still having to use my brain in certain instances during battles. It was great. The only thing I wish I had done is buy this on console just so I could play it with controller instead of keyboard, but that's just a personal preference of mine. I feel way more comfortable on controller than I ever have on keyboard, so you know, that just depends on what kind of player you are. But nonetheless, it was incredible. The art and the music, while not being the reasons I would play this game, are phenomenal even still. Both the 2D and 3D animations are amazing, and while I think the art isn't as unique as some other games or art styles I've seen, I love the way it looks and it feels right for the story, if you know what I mean by that. I think it really fits the whole action-adventure storyline they have going on. The music, on the other hand, was good for me. It wasn't amazing, but it felt good. It wasn't bad, and it wasn't obnoxiously trying to get your attention. It sets up the scenes perfectly, in my opinion, and made me feel like I was there for the most part. Also, they have the best anime OP of this year, and I will fight anyone who says anything differently. At the end of the day, I do have a few critiques, though. I think some of the loading screens are ridiculous, especially to have this many loading screens in 2021. I understand there could be some hardware walls and issues that you could have, but I feel like most computers and most consoles should be able to do that without needing a loading screen to walk out of the inn. Though I do understand that it could be because of those hardware limitations, so I'll let it slide. Something I really can't get over, though, is the amount of boss fights I had in a certain period of this game. So, during Menancia and into Nias, which are 2 realms you're going to end up going to if you haven't played the game, it feels like there's about 5 to 6 boss fights, which they aren't hard, so don't worry about that, but it felt like most of them were just there to be attack sponges rather than actually add anything to the story and feel like you're succeeding to go on to the next part. It just felt like they were just there to boost your level or to cushion the gameplay instead of actually, you know, be there for an achievement or something. And at that point, it just got really annoying. I really just wanted to beat the lords as my bosses. I didn't want to fight these, you know, big-ass monsters who didn't seem to play any role except to pad out, and it just got really annoying. But aside from those little annoyances, I have to say this game really impressed me. I haven't been this enthralled with an RPG in a while, and I'm glad that this game was the one to bring me back to the genre. I'm definitely going to end up replaying this game a lot. Sorry again if this is a little short for your liking as a review. I didn't want to end up gushing for hours because I am not joking. I could gush about this game for a long time because of how much I like it. But I wanted to make a review that was pretty clear and concise about what I liked and what I didn't like rather than, you know, ramble on and on about a game that I love and it makes no sense to you guys. I had a lot of fun making this video. I hope you enjoyed watching. Feel free to subscribe. I appreciate it a lot. And I will see you guys next week for another review. Deuce!